It's honest tea.
It's pure.
It's pure tea.
And the third
that
thing,
can we use that as a sign of purity?
Yeah.
The tea.
Can another sign be like Lizzie's love towards Laura? Like,
Absolutely.
That's what I was thinking. But how is that pure though?
well, the idea of purity just means that something that is so clean and free of like any kind of bad thoughts or sin or dirtiness or anything like that.
Okay.
Something that's very, very clear cut and real. You know, that's what purity means. And her love is very pure because she went out of her way.
She sacrificed herself.
That's what
Yeah,
I was thinking. But I was
sacrifice
like, how is that pure? Like when I think pure, I think about.
Well, it's a pure love.
A pure love?
Yeah.
But what are they really sisters? What are
Yeah,
they?
they are.
It could be a lot of
Just
things.
the fact that at the end they were hugging.
I don't get when they're talking
No,
about how
she was
they were,
sleeping
like,
on top of her.
Yeah, when they're like sleeping chest to chest and cheek to cheek. Is that supposed to mean something else?
Now, a lot of people think that Christina Rossetti was writing this and to say that they were girlfriends.
Oh.
And I think that's something that I kind of believe too, that it kind of was. And she was saying that, two things. I think she wanted to read a couple of different things. One is that people just assume in society that it's like man and woman. At that time.
So what you told us for that one question? When you gave us a reading?
What did I say?
You told Maria and me that they were so used to that, and that's how she was trying to.
Oh yeah, Rossetti.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't until recently, like even in the past 20 years in American society, and even like in Europe, that it's accepting, like just being homosexual is even accepted, you know, or like gay marriage, and of course it's a huge issue right now, and there's a lot of different opinions about it. But I think that Rossetti was, in one way, kind of progressive, even though it's interesting. She was traditional religiously, which is a weird kind of thing that you can go more into with Rossetti. But I think she was possibly saying that there's the only way that we can show like an example of homosexuality and people who could love each other is like through this allegory, which isn't, you know, she's not telling a real story about real people, but that's what she's kind of trying to say.
Yeah.
But some people say no, they're just friends, and you don't need men. Like women don't need men, because women can be strong enough. Women can be independent. They can support each other and themselves without men. Even though we live in a patriarchal society, which means that traditionally men have positions of power. A lot of things in the law are written for the advantage of men and males. Men are seen as masculine, you know, man of the house. I mean, everything in our culture is still completely as male-dominated. And I think Rossetti was really trying to say that we shouldn't look at that. In fact, men are the downfall in some ways of individual women, right? And that's just saying we don't need goblin men. I mean, in fact, let's take out the word goblin. We don't need men. Like that's for anything.
Pretty much.
So
yeah,
we have the paragraphs, but how would it be like structured? Like it's gonna be long because it is 3 to 4 pages.
Would it be what, like 6
it'll take care of itself.
paragraphs or what?
Yeah, no, 8. Intro, 1 paragraph. This is what I'm going to talk about. In Goblin Market, purity versus impurity is a strong theme.
Okay.
For impurity, there are 3 examples. Lizzie, the fruit. Oh no, Lizzie and how she resisted the goblin is one example. Another one is the fruit and how it's shown in the first 20 lines. The third example is Lizzie's love for Laura. Now, this is still the intro. That's exactly. You want me to say it again?
No, I got it. I got
So
it.
those are 4 sentences.
Yeah.
The 5th sentence. An example of impurity is Laura and her tear. That's it. Don't go into detail. The second example is are the goblins themselves. That's it.
So this
The
would
third
be our
example-
thesis?
Huh?
This would be our thesis?
Yeah, the
What
third
you're saying?
example is Jeannie. That's it. Now, the first paragraph is going to be this, under the intro, and all of this, and there's discussion about this in detail. Right?
Second.
Next paragraph, this one. Next paragraph, this one. Next paragraph, 2. So now
Maybe
that's
6, 7, 8.
7 paragraphs. The 8th one is a conclusion.
Oh.
And I did say I was going to talk about conclusions, so I'll probably do it tomorrow. I have to.
Okay.
If I don't, then I won't be too hard on you with the conclusions. And the rubric, I know. So that's 8 paragraphs.
Okay.
This is just one example. I hope you guys don't go home and say, okay, let me think about impurity. You can do anything else. Like if you do like buying versus selling, 3 examples of selling. One is the goblin selling the fruit. The other one is...
Laura selling herself?
Yeah, Laura selling herself.
What
exactly.
if I were to do
Her
temptation?
household.
What would be the other one? Temptation versus like
Didn't you put it there?
Resistance? No.
Resistance? Is there resistance?
No.
I have the paper.
I think I have it here. Oh, maybe I don't.
Because I kind of wanted to do that one, and I don't know what the other thing
The
was.
temptation one? I don't know which one because I had things for all of them. But I didn't have enough things for those. Which page?
No.
Hi.
No. Yeah, I don't know what it says. Temptation versus.
Okay, here, hold this. While
Seniors
I look for it.
2013. Woo!
You know what I was gonna say though too? Like we didn't even talk
Everybody
about.
that's gonna see that should be happy because they don't have to stay. Well, they can't stay anymore, can they? You're gonna be here tomorrow.
Oh, no, they can't.
You can say, yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
That's why you weren't.
I know, but I will.
Charlie thought she was going to be the lifesaver.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be the lifesaver.
You can, because a lot of people maybe
I'm like,
won't stay
never mind,
tomorrow.
never mind.
So can we use this, Mr. J?
I should do that, right? Put things on YouTube.
Can we use this?
We should have an Edmodo
Yes.
page.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, yes, you should.
This.
Have an
You
Edmodo
guys
page.
could use
I
this.
know, I'm thinking about doing
Why?
that. Mr. Morero invited me. I'm gonna accept. I just didn't have time to look at it.
From theme. And
No, don't
Yeah.
don't accept it.
Stop.
That's. But the use of it, I think, is the use.
Okay,
Well,
here. Oh wait,
You don't have it?
there you go. No, I just have it. It has to be.
You want to set your eye.
Oh yeah, you know what I was gonna say too. Maybe you're not interested, but I'll I should talk about this when I get back to yesterday, and maybe next week about the market. Because a lot of people think, the scholars, like people who study this poem, like professors and stuff, they actually think that the poem ends. They think this is a theory.
Theory.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. Ooh. Smart Amy.
They think the theory that the poem actually ends here, before the last stanza. And then somewhere along the line, people convinced Rossetti to put in the last stanza. And we're going to talk about why that is. And I actually kind of possibly agree with that. Because the last stanza, if you look at it, is so different in tone than the rest of the poem that I think it was written later. Or it was written, like, to put in there.
Like,
Yeah, but you know why she put it in? I think she wanted to put it in there to put the word, like, sisters and get the point across.
But they're
this is what
sisters.
that they're sisters. And that's what sisters do when they love each other. You know, to like support each other. Because if you didn't have that in there, then you could read it another way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think that's what she might have put it in there. That's what a lot of scholars think. Anyway. But if you really read it, the tone is very different. Like it rhymes like a little kid's song. Like it's very different. I don't even like it. I'm gonna read it.
Woo!
What is it? Temptation versus sin?
Virtue.
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 It's virtue.
Oh, no.
Temptation
Yes,
versus virtue, guys.
Well, virtue is just the idea of believing in your own values, believing in how you can resist temptation.
Can we use some of these like for the other ones? You get me? No, you don't get me.
So, like, to explain.
So, for
esas
example,
dos
if I choose that virtue versus temptation, can I use patience versus impatience in there, like in my virtue versus temptation?
My virtue.
Yeah, you can. You can talk about patience versus. But I don't want a whole other like subcategory. What we're going to work on later, and yes, you can do that. But what I want to work on later and explain is when we get to the end of this class, there's a lot to learn about writing, right? You don't want to introduce something that's going to be like halfway. You know what I mean? You don't want to kind of like half-ass something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just, I have an idea. Let me just throw something in there. And then,
Not
oh, by the
explain
way.
Half-add. You said half-add, right?
No, ass.
No,
Oh,
you said half-ass.
Wait, don't.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that you don't want to just throw an idea in there and not get in depth in it, because it just distracts the reader if it's not really focused on what you want. So if you talk about patience or impatience, make sure that it really is probably like a whole paragraph about that, or an example of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or how you can use patience or any other of that words, any one of those concepts or themes, and how it supports something else. Sure, but I wouldn't make it like another new thesis or anything like that.
yeah, I get you.
And there's a lot of different ways to do it too. You can go back and forth. You can say, here's an example of purity, and here's the opposite, impure side. Here's the
So
impurity.
give a paragraph and
Of
But
each
like
one.
one and one.
But in the
And
same wait,
if
what?
it works. Like the
So
first
as one
paragraph, the
No,
body could be this, the first paragraph, and the next paragraph could be another side. So you don't have to do this in order this way. You can go this way too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like a rebuttal.
If it makes
rebuttal.
sense. And it kind of might make sense here. Sort of.
Yeah.
Lizzie, opposite, kind of Laura, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fruit,
So the goblins.
Pure fruit goblins. It kind of makes sense. 'Cause it goes together. Her love as a sister, maybe, and Jeannie as a stranger, maybe. I don't think it'll work.
Who beeped?
You did. Oh.
I beeped? No, I didn't beep.
I felt the vibration.
Oh, probably somebody texted. But I didn't beep.
So this is it.
Look, show though.
I don't think that should be shown.
Yes, it should. Hold on, guys.
Well, there are a lot of good. Did you see Dark on this? That's some really cool stuff. Like, I like this one a lot. Look.
That's another goblin?
This is from Goblin Market. Laughed every goblin when they spied her peeping, came towards her hobbling, flying, running, leaping.
Shoot.
See? I like this one a lot. I might get this and put it in my house.
No.
Oh, this is a good one too. Look at this one.
Wait, they're
Oh,
all they're
I
all
like
about
that one.
Yeah, these are all about Goblin Market. Yeah. No, not all of them. This one is. So that's
Lizzie.
That
What is
was like
this?
Lizzie.
Hey, you know how Lizzie looked?
Oh my god, I'm just saying that.
No, it's Laura. Look, scissors.
Oh,
I didn't know that. It
yeah.
doesn't say it on here. It's in a clip of
Ooh,
gold.
the
Look,
scissors.
she's clutching her
Her hair.
Yeah.
Her dumbass.
Her golden hair. Her
This is for other poems. She did other poems.
cross. Oh, but this book's about Christina.
Yeah, this is really interesting to hear. She kissed her with a hungry mouth. George Krishinowitz, 1981.
Who's vibrating?
Amy.
Look at that.
Amy,
A
you're
hummingbird
vibrating? Are you
taking
gonna answer?
nectar out of a flower and then.
Just like her taking it. Oh.
See that in there?
Wait, what? I'm gonna say it again. I didn't get you. I mean, I didn't hear you.
Look, this is from She Kissed Her and Kissed Her with a Hungry Mouth. So this is Laura, who's at home. And this is Lizzie, who likes a juice thing.
Right.
But doesn't it look like a vampire?
Yeah.
It looks very vampirish.
Vampires.
What is this one? No, it's a different one.
Oh, there's more. That's the perverted one.
Why perverted?
Don't you
I'll
see?
show it to her. I'll give it to her in a minute. Oh, that's cool. Look at this one.
Look at that perverted thing.
Look at the fruit.
Look at that perverted fruit.
You ready?
What?
Oh, that is perverted.
the chance thing for a UIC?
Talia just
want
called
to?
me. She said yes. I mean, I told her that you said yes.
Who, me?
Yeah, that you were going.
Yeah, I'm leaving, okay?
Ew.
No, that is gross.
I'm leaving.
We're leaving?
Well, they're picking me up. I'm going to the
Say bye, Mr. J.
See you later.
Bye, Mr. J.
Say bye, Paula.
Bye.
Say bye, Amy.
I'll make a copy of this as well.
Bye.